I told my parents I stopped being their daughter when they chose my stepfather over me. When I was 12, my world shattered. Mom brought home a new boyfriend, Scott. His eyes followed me room to room, lingering too long, a predator sizing up prey. I begged her not to let him move in. She slapped me for the first time. "Stop being dramatic," she hissed. "He's paying our bills." 3 weeks later, he was in our house. My bedroom door lock mysteriously disappeared. I started sleeping with a chair against the door. I told my teacher, who called CPS, but Mom convinced them I was just jealous of her new relationship, the caseworker wrote. Attention-seeking behavior in her report. And left me there one night. I woke to my doorknob turning slowly, the chair scraping against wood. I recorded his voice whispering my name through the crack, begging me to open up. The next day, I showed Mom the recording. She deleted it from my phone. "You're tearing this family apart," she sobbed. "He loves me, why can't you understand that?" For 2 years, I survived on alertness memorizing which stairs creaked, keeping scissors under my pillow. Mom married him on my 14th birthday, a family celebration, she called it. I wasn't allowed to invite friends or even my grandparents who'd been asking questions about why I never visited anymore. I sat alone watching her dance with the monster, while relatives I barely knew congratulated me on my new dad, 3 months. After the wedding, I got my period for the first time. Scott started commenting on my body, filling out nicely, he'd say while Mom smiled beside him like it was a compliment. I stopped eating dinner with them, stopped wearing anything but baggy clothes, stopped existing in common areas. When he was home, my own house became enemy territory. Mom found me, researching emancipation laws online, and exploded. "After everything we've done for you," she screamed. "I chose a man who was willing to take care of us both." I looked her in the eyes. "You chose wrong," I whispered 2 nights later. Scott came into my room. Drunk, I wasn't fast. Enough with the chair, his hands reached for me, but I was ready. Scissors in hand, I slashed his arm deep. He howled, stumbling back. Mom came running, took one look, and drove him to the hospital without me. When they returned at dawn, she had packed my bags. "You're going to live with your grandmother," she said coldly. "Scott needs time to heal from what you did." My grandmother lived 3 states away. Her eyes widened, seeing my hollow face. My grandmother called the police, filed reports, took photos of the bruises I'd hidden for years, but Scott had connections in our small town. The investigation disappeared. I didn't. 4 years passed. I graduated high school with honors. My grandmother beside me beaming with pride. The acceptance letter to medical school arrived on my 18th birthday. "You did it, sweetheart." My grandmother whispered, "You saved yourself." Then came the text from Mom after years of silence. "I left Scott, he hurt me too. We need to be a family again. I'm your mother, please." I stared at my phone, feeling nothing, then blocked her number. My grandmother asked if I regretted cutting ties. I showed her my medical school acceptance. Mom chose her husband over her daughter's safety. I said, "I chose my future over their destruction." Last week, a package arrived from my hometown newspaper clipping. Scott arrested for assaulting another woman's daughter. My mother's tearful interview claiming she never knew what he was capable of claiming. She'd always protected me. A handwritten note begged me to call her. I was wrong. She wrote, "I should have believed you. I burned it all watching." The ashes float away like my childhood. Yesterday, my grandmother asked if I'd ever forgive them. "There's nothing to forgive." I answered, "The daughter they abandoned doesn't exist anymore. I stopped being their child the moment they stopped being my parents." Tomorrow, I start medical school specializing in trauma therapy. My first patient file already opened my own.